Hello, everyone. I hope you're all doing well and are making progress in your big problems. Just a reminder for the big problem that I am focusing on is food insecurity and how it affects students and their education. The key individuals that I'm focusing on in this key problem or in this big problem and the effects they have is the parents and teachers' role in this big problem, both of them being found in Braufen-Brenner's microsystem. With the help of my classmates, they also pointed me in the direction of also seeing how other things like policies in place for schools, for like how much food is received, what kind of food is received, and what programs are in place to help with students who have no access, who don't have access to food or can't afford it. And this would require me looking into the mesosystem. So definitely have some different systems to look at for this big problem. I really enjoyed this week learning more about the cognitive learning theory. This theory focuses on cognitive development through four different stages. The first stage is sensory motor, taking place between the age of birth to 2, focusing on things like object permanence. And next is the pre-operational stage, taking place from 2 to 7 year olds, focusing on symbolic thought. And then the concrete operational stage taking place from 7 to 12 years old, where logical thought begins in the child. And finally, the formal operational stage taking place from 12 years old and onward, and this is focusing on scientific reasoning in this stage. I enjoyed learning about this theory because the learners seem to play a more active role in their development when looking at it through this lens of this theory versus before I felt we were looking at the environments and systems around them, but I feel like this just play the learner seems to play a more active role. The best system in Braufen-Brenner's theory to apply cognitive theory, um, for my big problem at least, would be the microsystem. In the cognitive development stage of the concrete, um, or in the cognitive development stage of the concrete operational stage, a child's thinking is more logical and they have better understanding of drawing conclusions and rearranging thoughts to different like mental structures. Again, this stage takes place between 7 to 12 years old. Because of this, I think students during this stage can have a learning like this I'm about to share with you take place. I think a part of my big problem around food insecurity and hunger is not these kids are not getting proper foods that fill them up, make them feel satisfied, and they're just not a lot of nutritious foods, which could leaving them to feel, yeah, hungry all the time. Imagine a class where students learn from their teachers how to make a basic meal with basic ingredients. This could be up to like 10 ingredients. And they learn how to make this at school with the teachers, and then they get sent home with those ingredients. And kind of like I'm thinking of like Every Plate or like HelloFresh if you've ever done that. But they get sent home with those same ingredients to show their families how to make that meal, and then they get to enjoy that meal together. I think this gets the students, parents, and the teachers involved. Um, and it'll just be a good learning to happen for the student, but also the parents. Just kind of ties everyone into that big picture and into the helping towards that big problem. I really would love to hear your feedback on that idea and also where and how you would apply cognitive theory within my big problem. And also, as always, thank you for taking the time to watch.